Hey guys, this is a market and trading update. We've got Bitcoin above 50,000 again, where it should be. Things are looking bullish. I want to talk about how traders are looking at Bitcoin, but also look at some altcoins that I'm looking at. And I want to talk about some techniques that we can use when looking at altcoins and trying to trade and invest in them, really picking the right time to go in and how to pick the right altcoins. We've got two examples of this over the last few weeks that have just blown up. And if you know how to spot this, then you can obviously make money from those moves. So let's get into Bitcoin technicals to begin with. I'm using Bybit for this. I've actually got a link to Bybit in the description below. You can get a deposit bonus right now, up to about $4,000 if you deposit some money on the platform. So yeah, go and deposit some money. You can get some extra as a bonus when you deposit back. So you can use that when you're trading, maybe as a buffer or something like that, but check out Bybit in the description. I've got the TA on the Bitcoin chart, which for me, and I've said this in previous videos as well, you know, I'm always bullish until proven otherwise, essentially for crypto. As we know, this market is growing, and you can see right here what I call areas of value and what I have previously called higher lows. You can see the low right here, we had a higher low right here, and then we had a higher low right here. Yes, we had this huge sell-off in Bitcoin because of a lot of just bad feeling about the way that the economy was going. The Fed was tightening policy, and we get that. But we see a really bullish move and kind of a breakout from this downtrend right here. And this is obviously a breakout, as we can see. So what we've actually done is broken through the 20 period moving average. As you can see, this was definitely a area of resistance during the downturn. You can see that right here. It was an area of resistance. And it was resistance once more, but the last few days we've broken through it. So definitely a bullish sign. And it looks like we may even break out of this area of value as I've put on here. I think if we do this, then obviously it's a bullish move up until 53,000, until this previous area of support would be resistance. And then it's kind of blue sky up until maybe 57, 58,000. Really good and bullish move. The only thing that I'm looking at right now is the time of year that it is. We've had a huge move off from those highs around what, 69,000, something like that. A massive sell-off. I believe that a lot of people were going short right here. That is also borne out by the futures data. If you want to look at funding as well, won't look at it now, but a lot of people were short this market. So the one fear that I have in my mind is that this is just a potential short covering. People are basically getting out of their short positions over the holiday. They don't want to be in anything. They don't want to be at risk. So the only thing in the back of my mind is after this big sell-off, obviously a lot of people were shorting Bitcoin when the Fed were coming out with their tightening. And is this just a short cover? Are people just covering their shorts, buying back their short positions, which is obviously a net buy in the market? A lot of people covering positions, and so you get a kind of a little short covering bounce. So that is in the back of my mind as a potential worry. However, in January, you do usually get a little bounce in asset prices. I'm going to go over to the Ethereum chart as well, because it kind of bears this same thing out. Ethereum US dollar tether, you can come and see these areas of value that I have on the chart. And again, we can see basically higher lows. So again, I would just say a bullish chart. You can see obviously when Bitcoin sold off, you had a low, a higher low, and a higher low here. What I would say is that Ethereum hasn't bounced as hard as Bitcoin, which leads me to possibly believe in the short covering scenario a little bit more. I don't think many people were as short Ethereum as Bitcoin. However, in a general sense, Ethereum didn't sell off as much as well. So it doesn't have as far to bounce back, but you can see higher lows. This is still a very, very bullish chart overall. So Bitcoin and Ethereum for me over the medium, long and longer term, definitely looking bullish. Next, I want to talk about Luna and the massive rise that this coin has had this week and how this has been signposted for weeks and months. How do we get to know these moves before they happen? So I'm going to talk about that. Firstly, I just want to have a quick update on my crypto course. I am working on some new content for the new year. As you know, everyone that is in the course already, that content will be added for free for you guys. When that content is added, the price does go up, obviously, for that new content. So if you do want to look at the course now and get involved, I have over 100 videos already on crypto investing, trading, doing your own research, tokenomics, technical analysis, everything like that. You can see all the videos here. Go and check it out if you want to get involved. Free content for existing users for the rest of time. It's a one-time purchase. We've got Discord groups as well that I'm in. So just have a look if you are interested in taking it to the next level. Let's have a look at Luna, that is now in the top 10 and doesn't really seem to be stopping. We actually hit 100 for Luna, which is pretty crazy. But the way that Luna is set up really signposted this for a long time. So really, this goes hand in hand with UST. UST is the stable coin that kind of Luna is built around. So the value of Luna is directly related to the amount of UST, which is a US dollar stablecoin that's in existence. Right now, it's overtaken DAI. This is important because UST is now the largest decentralized stablecoin in the market, and it looks only to be going in one direction. The reason for this is because Terra is now being integrated into other platforms. And we were told this directly from Terra. You can go on their website, also on their Twitter, and definitely follow Do Kwon. It goes by the name of Stablequan. He's basically been saying this the whole time. They're working on integrations. Now, if you go down his timeline, he's basically integrating UST into the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem, which is obviously mega, right? It's a big move for UST. So over the last few months, this is what I've been saying with UST and Luna specifically. So what happens when more UST is created is that Luna basically goes up in value. And so it's just a positive effect overall. The more DeFi applications and platforms that have UST, the more value goes into Terra. So it is really a crazy amount of applications that UST is now going into. Also, a big announcement, which has also driven it up, is this from Binance, which basically says that they're finally kind of supporting UST, which they haven't before. This is also big, right? Binance is the biggest exchange by miles and miles, right? So a lot of people use Binance, and now they will be able to buy UST directly on Binance, plus some other ecosystem coins, and then be able to withdraw them as well, plus as ERC20 tokens. So obviously this is massively bullish for UST and uptake of UST. People want to buy on Binance, you know, put it out to other chains. Why is this important? Essentially because UST for me, you know, is just a kind of a more understandable brand for a lot of newbies coming in. Like if you said, if you're new and you say, what is DAI? People don't know what DAI is. It doesn't sound good. People don't know it's a stable coin. People don't know it's anything to do with the US dollar, but Terra USD and the ticker UST kind of makes sense. So if you want to find out really what is going to push an altcoin up, it is integrations and launches of products and services. And that's exactly what's happened with Luna and UST specifically. And that has been signposted for a long time before a 50% move in a week. I also want to touch on Polygon MATIC, which is obviously another huge winner over the past few days. I actually believe this coin still has quite a long way to go. I believe the fundamental story of adoption here still has a long way to play out. So again, if you're looking at altcoins to go in at, there has to be some sort of event that's coming up to push them higher. It's exactly what happened with Polygon. If you follow Polygon on Twitter, you would have known for weeks about Polygon tying up with Uniswap. So Polygon is now a network that is supported on Uniswap, Uniswap being the biggest decentralized exchange. This is obviously massive for Polygon because billions of dollars of value are now going to be ported over to the Polygon network. So this has been signposted on their Twitter for weeks and weeks. They've been saying, we are attempting to link up with Uniswap. We are voting on Uniswap to get linked up. The vote is going well. They showed us, you know, it was like an 80 to 90% ratio of positive votes. The vote has finished and it went through. Now we are launching on Uniswap. It's literally just signposted day after day. And then, you know, eventually this week you see a 50% move. If you just follow their Twitter, understand that a big event is happening, you can get in and ride these moves. For Polygon, in my opinion, it hasn't had as big of a move as Terra. I think there is still a long way to go for Polygon. I believe the reason why it's not as moving up as harshly is because Polygon's been around for a little while and it did come in at a much, much lower price. Like retail, normal investors got in at a much lower price, and I believe people are just taking profits because they've just made crazy profits in this. However, for the longer term, Polygon is the #1 scaling solution and services provider for the Ethereum blockchain, in my opinion. And 17 billion, 18 billion still has a very, very long way to go, because the amount of apps and services, applications, games, DeFi that are all now launching directly on Polygon as the main and #1 Ethereum solution for services is huge. And I just think there's a very long way to go for Polygon. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen short term with the price, but overall, they're in a really, really healthy and solid position. Next, I want to show you how NFTs are becoming more popular than crypto, which is crazy, but it's also super bullish for chains like Polygon, Ethereum, Luna, smart contract chains, Cardano, Solana as well. You know, all of them can win, but the search volume in the States, as you can see, is actually putting NFTs above crypto pretty much for the first time, and even above Bitcoin. So NFTs are absolutely massive. They're massive in a number of different ways. Who is this bullish for? Like I said, Avalanche as well, Polkadot, all of these smart contract chains to a greater or smaller extent will benefit. There are going to be a few massive winners and a few winners. And at the moment, some losers are probably, you know, already to be seen, the ones that haven't really blown up as some of the others. But NFTs are absolutely massive. I'm not just talking about Bored Apes or anything like that. I'm talking about the huge kind of implementation of them in the real world. And I've got an example of this, which is a game that has blown up recently. So DeFi Kingdoms, you can go and check it out. It's on Harmony One, not the best blockchain for me. It's a little bit unintuitive to use Harmony One. There, you have to use different addresses and things. It's a little bit annoying to use. But this is a basically gamified DeFi. This is a very typical game where essentially you can do certain tasks. You can lock up coins for a certain period, but the difference is you actually earn actual coins and actual money that can be traded. So you can see here, you can swap in the app. So this is a decentralized exchange within the app itself. You have different things like the bank, which is basically like staking, add liquidity to the garden. So that's a liquidity pool. So this is actually gamified DeFi. The reason why I think this is big is because people love playing games. People loved playing those games on mobile, like Farmville, where you spend all of your time farming and doing things and getting in-game rewards that are worthless. This is actual decentralized finance. You are actually going to get real coins with real value that you can trade and swap, and then actually exchange out of the game and put them into any other asset that you want. Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDC, lend it out for 8%. This is why I believe Ethereum smart contract chains are blowing up now and in 2022. I don't see this stopping. This is literally just the start. You can see the market cap is 2.5 trillion right now. I believe gamified finance, gamified DeFi, everything like that is multiple hundreds of billions as an industry, and that is coming to crypto. That is why I'm bullish for 2022, and all of those smart contract chains, Binance, Solana, Cardano, Terra, Polkadot, all in the top 10 are just having these games built on them. That is why I'm so bullish for next year. So if you do want to check out the crypto course, I'll leave that link in the description. New content is coming in the new year, free for existing users on that. Also, if you want to get that deposit bonus on Bybit, I'll leave that link in the description. Just deposit some crypto on the platform, get a deposit bonus. Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope you have a great holiday and weekend. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.